Welcome back to Schureberg. Since the last video that some of the one-way roads had been turned into a 3-lane asymmetrical road in Saskatchewan, and otherwise, Schureberg Northwest Street replacement. In today's episode, all country roads must be rural, and it needs to be broken or zigzag. First, you need to say it's a time lapse. Right after that, you need to add some more of these. Based upon the agricultural, it needs to be added to 81. And all trees must be decompromised or something. And how does it take? Okay, so this time, let's see, 810, another 810, and it goes nuts. It doesn't work. Well, it seems to be working now because I don't know how much we can get. Okay, first you need to say it's a street. Street add mods. A hurricane less. Neither it will happen. All of these should be precise less and okay towards the city, and it should be hygienious. All of this must be hygienious. What will happen if you don't add an hygienious road system? Well, I don't know what is really kind of. So it's suited by. Okay. It should be 3 squares on a round side and 3 squares from each side because I don't know how layers can go though. Okay. And this one. They're now not much less than yeah, sorry. We need to add something more different. And that is how you make your own sufficient buildings, such as another thing you need to work as well. And another thing you need to start from the straight line until this point. We are standing by for Barebruck and Astonischin, so go back in each line. And this is where the starting line, it should be lesser on the other side. And the last thing you need to say is from each side in Schureberg Northwest. There might be off microphone nearby Squatchy labor, or in each side consciously. And we are standing by for that. All 2 cities might be adding more water required, and more agricultural is required in the other aristocrat. So what's the next thing? So it means to say there is a terrible waste in Barebruck. So that means the water supply is insufficient and it's corrupted during a time lapse without a neighbor connection or within. If a well-known idea is add or upgrade before adding a water. And think about it. Use I don't know, a 4-lane road. So let's zoom in until the end of this part or this segment. This might take a while. And read a sign through mostly throughout this message. Give me one thing else. Okay, there you go. And there's one thing and there's one thing I think you need to make more water. If the present is not enough to create water, add something else because there's not enough water, and check the data or something. Oh god. Or is this kind of some sort? It's too complicated. Add something more. Do you think what else do you think what you're saying is stupidity? Add more and add more. Make it more wide and turn it on. Resume if there's more water than enough. If there's not enough water, add more. And remove. We don't need it anymore. Oh god. Outside. No more country roads this time. And how does it take? A very special thing. Why? No. Such thing here. And reconstruct the other faces because I don't know how you match. Rebuild the entire thing. No one will cross this thing. And that is how. Well, there are two separate changes from this side and until this side, going from this here to there, and we don't think about this much. Check the trip type going from this there to this part, and going from the side, nothing. Let's wait until it goes from this side. So yeah, if you check the water again, there might be partly full. And it's still enough to get it the water supply. So we are standing by about this supply for a moment, and it needs to be removed on each side for rural road pieces coming later then. But first, sometimes that the citizens requires more water than enough. And the last thing you need to say, all roads must be removed into one single each line going from this side. And add more. Let's make it 12. Let's see, no. So there's not enough. There's no enough thing here. Think wisely. There's no such thing as what. New Central. Stop the clock. I don't care about this water supply. Right after that, Schureberg needs a rural road system. Right after all of the Schureberg is finished rebuilding a large road. Okay, then the one road. A single type of path of road here. Don't go away. We'll be right back. So this time that all of the roads from Barebruck is now completely disconnected, which is concerningly about the water supply. Then this time, a rural road should not be surprising because this is not the entire thing that you ever thought before. Now it's time to demolish. All roads must be disabled. You're taking from. Let's see. And only commercial zones can be placed in the oh god. The demand. Low density. All low density areas must be placed in the center because it's immediate. And the other thing is commercial stores and shops. Coming up next, we have to get more each of those, so let's move on. So shall we? Adding more water is a plus and requires a little moments. And it is completely voided from. Okay, add our water in here. To Auslebonia. All roads must be connected up to Auslebonia, which is not certainly different. And the other thing is we add to something new because they don't tell you much how much can take possible. So rural road thing here is think before researching. It should be 1530. No, not 1530. It should be 1350. All roads may be 1350. Okay. Now, back to the normal speed. And the normal speed is quite good as well. Let's see. A T lane. Far from this one. Stable center solid lines. Center line end. Oh my god. That upward trumpet change. T-road intersections right over here, and T-road intersections goes here because the other one goes there right now. And really they don't much. Foremost, this one goes to the other side and goes to the other side with the relevant keywords on it. Consider supporting more efficient. At the end of the truth. Right here. Right here. It should be readable to a single lane at 490. So it's still 1999 and needs more certain difference. So actually, faster speed. There's not much time left. So let's move on to the newest center. I don't know. Spreading teen power. Let me check. Maybe you have to check this first to yourself and add more power stations. No. No, the fire station. Consider re-adding more power. Fire. It spreads too thin and too tight. Try adding else. To make at least 10,000 population. And of course then. Stop the clock. So what's the next thing? And Astonischin and Barebruck are busy. Welcome back. Then Schureberg has a lot of things to do. So it means to say that all of the country roads had been replaced into a rural road because it's pandemic. And the year is less trouble, or it becomes troublemaking, or it means to say less trouble. So coming up next, we're going to change something because we didn't have the last episode on the previous ones. And the last thing you need to say, a road is that all roads must be replaced. Think once or twice. And we are out of uncontagious surveyor. We think I don't care, this is not even bad. And this is not even good. All roads must be replaced into one single lane resume. Since the year becomes pandemic or epidemic, it will become suffocation, illness, and severity. Not all roads will break. And well, add more. Single precious thing here. So this time all unlucky things, or unlocked. Get some more gardens and unlock new precious things we've made. Ew. What's this kind of some sort? Now look at what you did. New ones. And the other thing is, well, a well-known tribal century. So it requires more water. Too bad. Adding more water will not be suffocated. And this time all roads and water supplies could be dismantled by the other side, and adding more. Checking the graph, much greater. So in this city creates more population and neighborhoods. And sometimes when there is a pandemic, all citizens must stay in the house for a long time because they don't have much time for precious things. One remastery thing. Shorelining. one remastery thing. Commercial zones doesn't work at all. And this time all rebuilding areas may be inefficient in the other lines because they don't have actually roads on each side. And the other thing is more power, remastery, road connections, or even in the side. Ever since the last thing, you need to add something more. You need more fire. You need more police stations, education, desiderata, water, lots of water. And oh yeah, more. Add something more. That we don't want to get crashed. At least one thing. Power, traffic. Oh my god, too much traffic. When there's too much traffic, you need to fix it. And how does it work? Fix everything at the end of each part. So that means you need to redesign all of the in this side. Zones. Not much. And the 4th of July. July 4th. When there's not enough solutions that you can take is rate each line for every symmetrical roads because they don't tell you much better and it does take a while. Let's take it right here. Because of what, shorelining must be in intersection side because they actually gone to forget. So that means to say build your own city with at least 250,000 population or 100,000 population from scratch from February 2021 and going right here and decide on interpreting. Bring some more fitness centers, gymnasiums, auditoriums, or even radiator. Add more commission, more air, more health. Oh god, we're gonna need more health. Things what to do is add something more. Let me just think. The library. Where's the education? Yeah. Too many education help. Less possible. So that means to say this is going to be not the final episode. There's not too much here. And a well-known idea is one-way road replacement into one road. It's a single road, basically under construction. And otherwise, Alberto must require more buildings, because we have a lot of money. I think civilians break each other. So the income is a well-known idea of a fact. Going from this side and this side, stop the clock. And otherwise, create more efficient thing here. So in the next episode, some of the medium or small cities might be remastered because some of the triple avenues breaks the area. It should be fixed in a while because transit lines are broken because they corrupted for the new update because just updated the new network garden modification because they don't add something much. And otherwise all frequently rather than our standy Barebruck, our standy Arc Strait and Astonischin. A well-known city called Pfizer. And the other thing should be remastered in all small things you need to say. A mirrored city called, maybe this is a secret, coming in 2023. Well, in January, there might be added another city for the upcoming 250,000 population. The final episode should be at least 250,000 population. Our goal is to get 250,000 population in the final episode. So that means Schureberg is the capital city in Caribbean region. All of these are enough because there are too much there's too much traffic, too much air pollution, loads of water, too much fares, too much expenses, and the lowest taxes you might ever need. Again, the next episode, all small and medium cities like Schureberg, Slavos Silk, Arc Strait, Akoniskrazi, Akonstantin South, and you realize how this happens like a mirrored city. I'll see you in the next episode.